Close your eyes and begin to relax. Take a deep breath and let it out slowly. Concentrate on your breathing. With each breath, you become more relaxed. Imagine a brilliant white light above you. Focus in on this light as it flows through your body. Allow yourself to drift off as you fall deeper and deeper.
The attacks of September 11th have generated a lot of crazy theories over the years, but the strangest to me are the ones that claim that the tragedy was predicted in various music albums. These range from interpreting the lyrics a certain way to the album art alluding to the attacks, and in one blatant case, a cover depicting the Twin Towers blowing up. And so on today's episode of Strange and Unusual Tales, we'll be looking at 11 albums that supposedly predicted 9/11. So up next we have System of a Down with their second album, Toxicity, originally released on September 4th, 2001. Now it's hard to pinpoint where this theory came from, but I found a 2009 post on the website Fluther. The user Darbio16 poses the question, did this album predict 9/11, and then lists 5 pieces of evidence starting with the record label featuring an upside down American flag. Other evidence included the fact that the album was released a week before the attacks. The lyrics to the song Jet Pilot are reminiscent of 9/11. The song ATWA is based on the terrorist Ali Atwa, who tried to hijack a plane. And lastly, 3 of the songs on the album refer to air travel, including the 2 I already mentioned, and the third being the song Aerials. So in 1997, Michael Jackson released a remix album titled Blood on the Dance Floor. And while it was seen as a commercial disappointment at the time, it was only after the attacks that people saw the cover as a prediction of 9/11. So if we look at the cover, Michael is dancing in front of a generic cityscape with one of the buildings bearing a resemblance to the Twin Towers. Now, if you look at his arms as if they're an analog clock, he is pointing to 9 and 11. Others believe he is pointing to the time of the first attack. Either way, his pose is seen as a warning of the attacks. And this seems pretty far-fetched in my opinion. However, what is fascinating is that crazy to me. Alright, moving on to the third live album by the progressive metal band Dream Theater, we have Live Scenes from New York. And this was originally released, and I kid you not, on September 11th, 2001. The cover art depicts an apple wrapped in barbed wire and the New York City skyline in flames. Supposedly this was in reference to the band's 1992 album. The next day, on September 12th, the drummer wrote a statement on the band's website. He wanted to make it explicitly clear that it was all an unfortunate coincidence. He also added that they were in talks with their record label about replacing the cover art, which they eventually did in October of that year. In 2000, a band from Savannah, Georgia called Squad 50 released their third album, Bombs Over Broadway.